So it's like this after. Perfect. All right. So welcome. We'll get started, I think, today in a child's pose. You just want to make your way there. You all know, you know, everybody's a yoga teacher, yoga enthusiast here. So can spread the knees open towards the outside of the mat. That feels good. And then just go ahead and press into the palms a little bit to feel the hips shift back, and then drape the spine forward. Maybe shift side to side a little bit, maybe curling the fingers forward a little bit, sort of scooching downward into your own space here. As you begin to arrive, just beginning to tune into your space today. Noticing your breath, noticing any sensations that begin to come up in the body. The low spine, gently releasing the creases in the knees and the hips, the points in the body that meet the earth. And today, in the past few days, I've been thinking a lot about this idea of doing less. I was talking to Stacy about this a little bit, and there's this beautiful sort of softness that comes with our ability to kind of resist resistance and do less. Yeah. We spend so much of our lives pushing to move forward, doing more, expanding, doing everything that we possibly can. And in our practice today, we're going to move a little bit more simply. Move from a place of letting go of this resistance. Yeah. When we're pushing forward, we're utilizing the resistance to push against. We think that it moves us forward. Sometimes it does, but today perhaps we can soften into that and just simplify. One of my teachers, Bonnie Bainbridge Cohen, says, if you feel frustrated, do less. And today we'll carry that with us, offering our guru mantra to all of our beautiful teachers, lineages that have brought us to this moment in time and space together. Om Gyana Timirandasya, Gyananjana Shalakaya, Chakshur Unmilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Deep, deep breath in, filling the entire body. Letting it go. Tissues, body softens. Do one more like that. Biggest breath of the day, feeling the entire body expand. And exhale to let it all go. Feeling the lips this time. Inhale through the low belly. Mid belly expands, upper chest expands, shoulders open. And exhaling, shoulders, chest, mid belly, low belly. Deep breath in, filling the low belly. Mid belly, upper chest opens, crown of the head spills forward. And exhaling, bones fall closer to the midline, letting all of the breath go. Maybe inviting slight constriction in the back of the throat for your Ujjayi Pranayam. So beautiful in this simple act of breath, most refined sort of essence of our being, of our ability to be human is our breath. As we breathe, we exist as we exist, we breathe. So simple. Allowing this to guide us today. Taking one more deep breath here, curling the fingertips a little bit farther forward. And as you exhale, begin walking the palms over to the left side of the mat, draping the torso over that left knee. You can bring the left fingertips closer to the body and then pressing into both palms, really rooting through that right hip bone, opening up through the right side body. And take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, 1, pressing into the palms, reaching with the hips. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Final breath. Inhale. And exhaling to soften. Palms walk back through center, all the way over to the right side. Again, draping the torso over that right knee. Right palm comes closer to the body and pressing into both palms to sink that left hip back towards the left heel. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. Deep, deep breath. Exhale, opening through the ribs. Side body expands. 1 more breath. Exhale, letting it go. Walking the palms back through center. And just curling the fingertips a little bit farther forward. And then once again, pressing in through the fingertips and the palms to really sink the hips back towards the heel. Taking a couple more breaths here. We indulge in the simplicity of our movement and our breath. We begin to realize that it is actually not so simple. Our bodies and the way we function is quite profound. As we strip away the excess, we begin to see the beauty in the infinite intricacies of our own selves. Taking one more deep breath in, letting it go. And begin drawing the chin towards the chest and the tail towards the navel. We'll begin rolling up through the spine. We'll shift the weight forward into the palms and just shifting the knees back underneath the hips, finding the wrists underneath the shoulders. And just begin to find a rock side to side with the pelvis. Stacy was just running. I too went on a run yesterday. If you are also finding yourself running around, you might notice the outer hips begin to get a little bit tender. And just shifting the hips side to side. And then there's like that movement could dissolve, becoming shorter and calmer. And settle in your tabletop position, neutral spine. Pressing into the palms to make a little more space between the shoulder blades, slight tuck in the chin. Press into the tops of the feet to engage the low belly. Go ahead and bend the elbows out towards the side, scoop the elbows towards the ribs, and then press the eye of the elbow forward. We have nice engaged shoulder blades. Take a deep breath in here. And let it go. And find a few cat-cows. Inhale to drop the belly. Crown and tail really lift high, spreading the body. As you exhale, curling the tail and the chin toward one another, pressing into the palms and the feet, opening up the back body. Inhale, belly drop. Exhale, drawing the chin and tail toward one another. Begin to close the eyes here, perhaps that feels okay. And continue with your breath and the cat-cow, and begin maybe to indulge in a little bit of extra movement. Allowing the bones of the body to massage the muscles from the inside out. Allowing the breath to be fluid. You can notice any sticky places in the body. Maybe spend a little bit more time there. Maybe just noticing. Spending a little bit more breath. Taking about 3 more big breaths here. Eventually settling back in your neutral tabletop spine. We'll just shift into our toe opener for a few breaths here. So just tucking the toes behind you, just sliding them. We can really make sure every toe is tucked, and then walking the palms back towards the body. You can keep the fingertips on the ground or bring the palms up onto the thighs. And just go ahead and shift your hips a little bit, kind of like, again, just imagine like the dust is settling or the sediment is settling in the water. And then closing your eyes. And just take 5 big breaths together. Take an inhale. Exhaling. See if you can let go of the base of the pelvis. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders melt. Inhale, softening the jaw. Exhaling. Deep inhale, letting the tongue fall away. One more breath. Soft belly expanding in all directions. And as you exhale, bringing the palms back down to the earth, you can untuck the toes, just sitting back on the heels. You can tap out the feet if that feels good. Just taking a moment, sitting in your hero's pose, and bring the shoulders up and back. Just noticing this nice long spine, the space right between the ears where the skull and the spine meet, and drop down into the heart space, down into the belly, right between the spine and the belly button, and then right into the earth itself. See something in front of you. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to let it go. Palms find their way back to the earth. You can tuck the toes gently behind you and just shifting the hips up and back, finding your first down dog of this practice. Begin walking out through the feet. Gooey, yummy time with the hamstring. I think all of us could probably spend a little bit more time of opening up the backs of the legs. We do it a lot in yoga, but it always seems to feel pretty good. Taking a few deep breaths as you find a little bit of this movement. Maybe letting it out through the mouth. And eventually finding your way back towards your stillness in your down dog. And take one deep breath in here, sealing the lips. Exhale, letting it go. Inhale to lift that right leg high, opening up the hips to stack the pelvis. Go ahead and bend that right knee. And again, finding some movement in the ankle. Maybe the knee begins to draw some circles if that feels good. Getting to know not only the right hip joint, but the left as well. Yeah, our hips work together within the pelvis. Just taking 2 more breaths here, exploring a little bit of movement in the knee, the ankle, the hip. Checking in on your shoulders, making sure they're not getting too wild. On your next inhale, go ahead and extend the leg nice and long, reaching as high as you can. And as you exhale, turning the toes to point towards the earth. As you inhale, inner heel lift high, squaring the pelvis. And then as you exhale, stepping outside of the right palm, dropping the left knee and toes down to the mat. You can tap the fingertips here, and as you inhale, sliding the hips forward, maybe the gaze begins to lift, finding an early lizard. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhaling to open. Deep, deep breath. Exhale, letting it go. Welcome to plant the palms, or you can stay on the fingertips. We'll begin to shift back into an open half split here. We'll keep the hips square though, so we're not turning over like sometimes we do. So just begin to walk the palms back. You want to pull both hip bones back towards the back of the room. You can leave the torso low. This is an early hamstring opener, hip opener. And just find a few breaths here, really flexing that right foot. And notice if you can maybe engage a little bit more pulling the hips. So it's almost like you could begin to open up into a cow spine. Yeah, that nice arch in the low spine. Won't necessarily see it that much, but as you pull the hips back, you begin to really open up that right hamstring. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more breath. Exhaling, fully walking the palms back forward, planting them into the mat, tucking the left toes, stepping back, down dog. I'm gonna walk through the feet a couple of times, pawing, opening it up, and then finding your stillness once again. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Inhale, left leg sweeps high this time. Open up the hips to stack the pelvis, bending that left knee. And again, finding a little bit of exploration here, maybe circling the ankle, circling the knee. If it is something different from the other side that your body is asking for, listen to it. Yeah, we don't need to overcomplicate things. And we're going for something simple today, as simple as we can. Our bodies are so complex. Just seeing if we can begin to soften into the space of listening and giving our bodies some simple goodness. Taking 2 more deep breaths here, exploring the ankle, knee, pelvis, whatever it is. And on your next inhale, extending that left knee nice and long, reaching high. Exhale, turning the toes toward the earth, squaring the pelvis. Inhale, inner heel reaches high, nice long legs. And exhale to step outside of the left arm. Knee and toes come undone. Plant the fingertips to slide the heart and hips forward. And exhale to settle in. A couple breaths in lizard. Start off. I like starting off the practice opening up the hips. Usually we save that for the end, but I feel like it's good for us. We'll take 1 more deep breath in here, opening and exhaling. Keeping the fingertips tented or maybe planting the palms. Begin shifting the hips back, finding that open Hanumanasana. And just really pulling the hips back. Yeah, so rather than letting the low spine curl under, seeing if you could, as if somebody had like a string attached to your tail, pulling it back, tilting the pelvis forward, maybe imagining that cat spine, really flexing this left foot, opening up the back of that left leg. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhale, letting it go. 1 more breath here. Exhale, shifting the weight forward, planting the palms, tucking the toes, stepping back. Downward dog. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, letting it go. Again, walking the feet towards the top of the mat. 1 step at a time. Maybe you take 6 to 10 steps. Challenge yourself maybe to take a couple extra than you normally do. Seeing if each time you take a step, the foot can really feel the earth below you. Eventually, you'll find yourself in your forward fold. Let the knees be soft. And shake out the head. Let out a little sound. Allow the body to experience this moment. Taking 1 more. Let's do 2 more. Big breath. 1 more big breath. Letting it go. Let go of the palms. Just lift up the toes, spread them nice and wide. Plant them into the earth. As you press the feet into the earth, you begin rolling up through the spine, tail and chin. Reach together to roll, to curl up. Knees extend, hips open, shoulders up to ears as they fall down the back of the body. Palms face forward, Tadasana. See something in front of you for a moment. Notice its simplicity, the shape perhaps, the simple color. without thinking too much about it. Something simple. And then allowing the eyes to come to close for a moment. And bring that simplicity into the heart space. Maybe coming up with a word or a phrase, a simple intention for your practice. I am here. I am letting go. Yeah, so simple. It can be as profound as we want it to be, but we can also allow for the beautiful simplicity. Taking a deep breath in and letting it go. Eyes can gently open again. And inhale the arms to sweep high. Fingertips and eyes meet above the face. Exhale, folding forward, creasing at the hips. Palms find the earth. As you inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. And exhale to plant the palms, right leg steps back, knee and toes come down to the mat. Pressing into the earth to inhale the arms high. Exhale, shoulders and knees fall. As you inhale, fingertips reach a little higher, maybe eyes begin to meet the fingers. And exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back, downward dog. As you inhale, tail and chin root together, rolling forward through the spine. Nice long spine as you exhale, heels and crown of head reach away. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, belly to spine. One more deep breath in here. And as you exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga if you feel warm enough. Inhale, heart reaches forward for cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, tucking the toes, shifting the hips back, downward facing down. Inhale, right leg sweeps high, keeping the pelvis square. And exhale, stepping between the palms, keeping the left knee lifted this time, tenting the fingertips. Inhale, heart and spine reach forward. Exhale, softening the hips a little bit deeper. One more inhale here, really reaching the spine long. And as you exhale, shifting into that right foot, stepping together, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high, reverse swan dive, palms meet above the face. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, releasing the palms. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding forward. Nice crease in the hips, palms find the earth. Inhale, heart reaches forward, halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the mat, left leg back, knee and toes come on down. Pressing down to inhale, arms high, sweeping, reaching, lifting. Exhale, shoulder blades fall, hips fall, rooting down. Inhale, fingertips reach a little higher, eyes lift. Exhale, palms to the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rolling the spine forward to plank. And exhale to pause here. Deep breath in. Exhale, fully simple strength. So strong. 2 more breaths. Inhale, pressing into the palms. Exhale, belly reaches up into the heart space. 1 more breath. As you exhale, lowering down, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Shoulder blades fall down the spine. And exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps high, squaring the pelvis. Exhale, stepping between the palms, the right knee stays lifted, tent the fingertips. Inhale to reach the heart forward, away from that right heel. Exhale, hips sink a little deeper. 1 more inhale here, long, long spine. Exhale, shift into that left foot, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms to the heart. Taking a deep breath in. Exhale, palms come to the side. Go breath to movement. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift as you inhale. Exhale, planting the palms, right leg back, knee and toes come down. Inhale as you press down, reaching half. Exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back, downward dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lowering down elbows into the ribs. Heart reaches forward as you inhale, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, hips back, down dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps side. Exhale, stepping between the palms, left knee stays lifted, tense fingertips. Inhale, heart reaches high. Exhale, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding right back down, forward fold. So nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, planting the palms, left leg back, knee and toes come down. Press into the earth to inhale, arms high. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back downward dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. And exhale, lowering yourself down, elbows hug into the ribs, heart reaches forward, inhale. Exhaling, hips back, downward dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, stepping between the palms, right knee stays lifted, tent the fingertips, heart reaches forward, inhale. Exhale, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a deep breath in here. Let it go. We'll do that one more time. It's getting cold. We'll build some more heat today. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, planting the palms, right leg back, knee and toes come on down. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, palms to the earth, stepping back, downward dog. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, lowering yourself down. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, right leg sweeps high, square pelvis. Exhale, stepping between the palms, left knee stays lifted. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, folding right back down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, palms plant, left leg back, knee and toes come down. Inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering yourself down. Inhale, heart reaches forward. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. And exhale, stepping between the palms, right knee stays lifted, tense fingertips, heart reaches forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold, staying down here. And just letting all of that go. Yeah, that was a lot. Feels good to move though. Noticing the breath, noticing that sort of tingling on the skin. Maybe you're already sweating, maybe you're pre-sweat still. Whatever it is, sort of checking in with your beautiful body. Letting the neck go, letting the belly go. Taking a couple of breaths here. Make to remind myself and of you that we can go from activity to rest very quickly. Just a switch in the body. Yeah, but it's a practice. Just to quiet the momentum for a moment and trust that we can build it again. And then take one more deep breath here. And let it go. Go ahead and lift up the toes, spread them nice and wide. Plant them back into the earth as you shift the weight into the balls of the feet. And as you exhale, go ahead and shift into the heels, bending the knees deeply. Inhale, arms sweep high for chair. Yeah, good reminders for all of us anytime we go into chair, rooting through the tailbone. No tucking, no arching, just straight long spine. Yeah, it's just like that same plumb line we found when we were sitting in hero, between the ears, down into the heart, right in between the belly and the spine, and then out through the base of the pelvis, scooping the arms together. We'll take 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, hips sink a little deeper. Deep breath in. Exhaling. One more breath. And exhale to fold forward fully. So strong. Inhale for your halfway lift. And exhale to plant the palms, stepping or hopping to the back of the mat, moving your way through the vinyasa if that feels good. Yeah, the vinyasa itself is quite simple, but you could go even more simple and not do it. Try to remind all of us of that, yeah. I am a little bit fiery today, so please be as simple as you need. Yeah, taking a deep breath in here, letting it go. One more breath like that. Inhale, biggest breath of the day. Letting it go. And inhale, feeling the lips. Exhale through the nose. And then go ahead and inhale that right leg high, keeping the hips square, lifting the inner heel. Exhale, drawing the knee toward the nose, pressing all of the air out of the body, and then gently stepping between the palms. You can plant that left heel down, 45 degrees, and then notice with the palms on the ground, that right hip is like trying to go out to the side. Pull that towards the center, squaring the hips, and then from here, press into the feet to lift the arms high, warrior one. Yeah, as you press into both feet, it's like pulling the hips towards square. Pressing into the right foot pulls the right hip back. Left foot presses that left hip forward. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhale, dropping the shoulders down. One more breath, inhale. And as you exhale, palms meet behind the spine, lacing the fingers together. Inhale, heart opens as palms reach down. And as you exhale, begin tilting the spine forward, finding our humble warrior. Be aware that this right hip again will want to swing out. Pull it back towards the center. If you could even imagine that the inner thighs were reaching toward one another. Taking 2 more big breaths here. Inhale. Exhaling. 1 more breath. Exhale, palms come back down towards the spine. Inhale, both arms sweep high, lift the hips, maybe slight back bend. And exhale, palms find the earth, stepping back, downward facing dog. Moving through a flow if you would like. Inhale to roll the spine forward. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And exhaling the hips up and back. Again, always welcome to skip this. Find your own version of simplicity. Letting go of the need to do more and just simply being. It's a beautiful sentiment. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. 1 more like that. Inhale. Let it go. Feeling the lips. Inhale. Out through the nose. Inhale, left leg sweeps high, square pelvis. Exhale, stepping between the palms. So again, we'll plant that right heel down. And before we move anywhere, pull this left hip towards the center of the body. Press into both feet to then inhale the arms high. Exhale to square the hips even more as you press into that right foot. Notice it pulls that press into the left foot. Left hip pulls back, press into the right foot, pushes the right hip forward. So nice. Thank you, body. Taking 2 big breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, soft shoulders, belly pulls towards the spine. 1 more big breath. As you exhale, palms meet behind the spine, maybe switching the grip of the palms if you remember. You can inhale to reach the palms down, opening up the chest towards the sky. And exhale to begin folding yourself forward, finding that humble warrior. Once again, notice the tendency of the body to swing that left hip out and pull it back towards the center. Yeah, it does that because it makes it easier. But this is even better because we connect with our midline. So beautiful. Taking 2 big breaths here. Inhale. Exhaling. Deep breath. And exhale, palms meet the spine once again. And inhale, both arms high. And exhale, palms find the earth, stepping back, Downward dog, making your way through your flow if you would like. No matter what you do, it's an opportunity to return to the breath. Beautiful. Go through that again and add on a little bit more. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, sealing the lips. Out through the nose. Right leg sweeps high, inhale. Exhale, stepping between the palms, planting that left heel down. Engage that midline already. Press down to inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, palms sweep behind the spine. Inhale to open up the heart. And then exhale, folding the torso forward. 2 breaths here, really pulling the inner thighs together. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep, deep breath. Exhale, palms come back toward the spine. Inhale, both arms sweep high, passing through your warrior 1. Exhale, opening up, warrior 2, long edge of the mat. Finding this nice sort of rearrangement of the pelvis, and then reaching the fingertips out long and sinking in a little bit deeper. Right knee is reaching for the right front corner of the mat. Taking 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine. 1 more breath. And exhaling, flipping that front palm as you inhale, reversing your warrior. And exhale to press into that right foot, extending that right leg, reverse triangle. We'll take a few breaths here, seeing if you can really root down through the back of the pelvis to save the low back. And then open up through the left side body just as much as the left. Taking 2 more breaths. Inhale, extending the knees, pressing into the earth. Exhale, opening the heart. Deep, deep breath. And letting it go. As you inhale, right fingertips reach out and up. Make your way back towards vertical spine. You can heel to that left foot in just a couple, maybe a foot, maybe 8 inches. It's up to you. Shifting the hips back. And are you noticing here before you go any further, this right leg is spinning out and this left leg is spinning in. Yeah, you're kind of twerking the legs, and then you can make more space to reach that right arm forward and then find your way into a triangle. Yeah, no need to collapse. We're very strong in our simple waist. Yeah, so beautiful. Notice if you're collapsing into that right shoulder, seeing if you can reattach it to the body. And same goes for the left. Yeah, it's as if somebody was gently pressing on your left palm. Taking 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, opening up through both sides of the body. Deep, deep breath in. And exhale, letting it go. Go ahead and shift the gaze down towards the front right corner of the mat. And we'll move into our Ardha Chandrasana. Apologies. You have something you want to hold on to, that's great. If you want to just use the fingertips on the floor, that's also great. You can bring the left palm to the hip if you'd like. I know you all are advanced practitioners, so we all have our favorite ways we like to move into Ardha Chandrasana. Now, as you find this space, seeing if you can reach in through the inner heel of the right foot into the earth, along with the pinky toe edge of the foot. Yeah, kind of anchoring that right foot down. And then reaching through the same points in the back foot, that inner heel and the pinky toe edge of the foot reaches for the back of the room. Maybe lift up the torso a little bit to relieve some pressure on the hip. Maybe you come up onto the fingertips of that right palm. So let's take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, opening. Exhale, so stable, so strong. Deep breath in. Exhaling. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, left palm will sweep down to the mat, square the pelvis, and just step about into the middle of the mat. We'll find our head to knee pose, pyramid. And if you find this shape, just notice where your hips automatically want to go, and see if you can shift the weight forward into that right foot to close the pelvis, bringing a majority of the sensation to this right leg. Yeah. You draw that right hip back, left hip pulls forward, maybe staying on the fingertips, maybe sinking down a little deeper. I like to hang out on my fist. Feels good. And then just see if you can release the neck. We'll take about 3 breaths here. Letting it go. Allowing the breath to really weave its way through the hamstrings. Letting it go. 1 more breath here. As you exhale, bending that right knee, planting the palms, stepping left leg back, right leg back, downward dog. Opportunity to make your way through your flow. Moving with integrity, yeah? Sometimes when we are doing too much or when we sort of live that fast-paced mentality, we start doing things that don't make sense, yeah? You say, why did that happen? I'm so good at that, yeah? When we injure ourselves or when we spill our coffee, when we shut our fingers in the door or the drawers, yeah? That's when that's sort of our body and the universe saying, slow down, do less, take a moment for you. Move through that on the left side. Go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale, feeling the lips, out through the nose. And inhale that left leg high, square pelvis. Exhale, knee to nose, pressing all the air out to step gently between the palms. Right heel plants down, engage that midline. Inhale, arms sweep high. And exhale, palms meet behind the spine. And inhale to open up the chest, heart reaches high. And exhale, folding yourself forward, humble warrior, keeping that left hip tucked on in. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhaling, deep breath. And exhale, palms meet the back of the spine. Press down to inhale, both arms high. And exhale, opening up the body, finding your warrior 2. Once again, that right hip kind of presses down, almost like there's a button right there. Just get the pelvis nice and level. Fingertips reach away. And exhale, settling down with the shoulders. Nice, supple pelvis. That's nice. Taking 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhaling, left knee is reaching for the left front corner. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale, letting it go, flipping that left palm, reversing the warrior. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, pressing into that left foot to extend left leg, long reverse triangle. Again, finding this sort of integrity of this shape. Yeah, to root down through the back of the pelvis to save the low spine. See if you could really extend the right side body just as much as the left. And then find as much space as possible between the left fingertips and the left toes. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, heart opens. Deep breath in. And letting it go. Inhale, left fingertips reach out and up, finding your vertical spine. Tilting that right foot in just a little bit here. And then before we go down, see if you can notice as you knock the hips back, this left side is spinning out towards the left and right thigh is spinning in towards the left. Yes, it's a sort of nice, like you could go to the disco or something right now. You inhale to reach the fingertips nice and long. And notice as you do that too, it makes so much more space in the left side body. Yeah, the hips are really reaching back. And then dropping that left arm down and finding this beautiful open heart as you spin the torso towards the sky. Take 3 big breaths here. Deep breath in. Exhaling, plugging the shoulders back into the rib cage. 1 more breath here. And exhale, letting it go. The eyes can shift down towards the front left corner of the mat, bending that left knee. Maybe the right palm comes to the right hip. Again, I know it interests you all to have your ways of getting into your beautiful Ardha Chandrasana. Just again, seeing if we can press into the inner heels and the pinky toe edge of the foot. Sort of Anchor down through the feet, through the left foot and out through the right foot. And then laying the pelvis open, right half of the pelvis stacked on top of the left. Heart is spinning towards the sky. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Exhaling. Deep breath in. Exhale fully. 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, right palm sweeps down towards the earth, squaring the pelvis, and then placing that right foot right in the middle of the mat. Notice again where your hips automatically go, and then just shifting the weight forward into that left foot. Yeah, it's sort of this like rearrangement of the pelvis and the bones of the leg. Finding your variation with your palms. See if you can extend both legs long, and then release in the neck. Yeah, the back of the neck really does so much work for us. We could talk about that more. Actually allows us to run. There's this beautiful ligament that runs from the back of the neck down the body. We'll talk about that another day. Just seeing if you can let this go. You don't need to work right now. 3 more breaths here. You're allowing the breath to weave through the hamstrings. Letting the torso hang nice and heavy. Deep, deep breath. Exhale, letting go. 1 more breath here. This time as you exhale, bending that left knee gently, planting the palms, stepping right leg back, left leg back, down, down. You can inhale to make your way through perhaps our last flow of today. Listening, what is my body asking for in this moment? Beautiful. Lovely. We'll go ahead and do a good old-fashioned pigeon today. It's been a while for some reason. I've been avoiding that. Good to listen to. Inhale, you can lift the right leg high. And as you exhale, bringing that right knee to the right wrist, the right ankle to left wrist. And just as you settle in here, you can kind of notice, again, it's just like noticing the tendencies of where our hips want to go. And see if we can pull them more into alignment. You can look over that right shoulder, just making sure that left leg is right behind you. Just like settle down a little bit, maybe shift the hips side to side. And if you would like to stay up here, you are welcome to, or perhaps you begin to come onto the forearm, maybe lowering the body all the way down. I love to put a block right underneath my chest. Gives me a little bit more support. Yeah, our props are so beautiful because they are not making it easier for us, but they're giving our body a little bit of feedback so that we can let go a little deeper. You find this shape. Just beginning to allow all of that work that we've just done to begin to dissolve. Now we spend so much of our time engaging our muscles. And this is when we begin to flip the script on ourselves. And just allow that right hip to begin to soften. Noticing any resistance between the earth and your body. Yeah, if you're pressing away from the earth, see if you can begin to allow that to soften. And take about 5 more breaths here. How can I make this moment more simple for myself? Letting the breath become louder in your own mind. What else can I let go of? Two more breaths. And slowly, gently placing the palms back underneath the shoulders, pressing into the palms to roll up through the spine. You can tuck the back toes and super gently sending the hips up and back, finding that down dog. Once again, you can lift that right leg up high if that feels good. Bend the right knee to stack the pelvis. Once again, we'll go ahead and move into a wild thing. So if it's in your practice, being mindful to let that right leg fall behind you and then extending the hips up towards the sky. Yeah, you're welcome to keep both legs straight, both legs long or bent. There's a lot of variations of this. It's kind of just a nice way to open up the front of the body. Taking one more big breath here. As you exhale, both palms find the mat, finding your way back to your down dog. Taking a nice big breath in here and letting it go. Inhale, left leg sweeps high this time. And as you exhale, making your way towards pigeon, just lining yourself up here. Once again, for some reason, I have not been doing pigeon, so I don't know if the same is for you. Feels so familiar, yet so new. That's good though. Good to be present in the body. And turning over that left shoulder, making sure the leg's right behind you. And then just shifting the hips side to side a little bit. It's like you're settling all of the sediment that we just stirred up. Maybe coming onto the elbows, maybe lowering yourself down, maybe placing that block back underneath the chest if that feels good for you. And as we find these more passive postures at the end of our class together, sort of this beautiful opportunity to witness, or begin to witness how we have shifted. Yeah, at 8 o'clock this morning, maybe this wouldn't feel so good. But right now, maybe it feels quite comforting. And the depth of the sensation in that left hip, our ability to meet this moment, a little bit more compassion with ourselves, a little bit more curiosity, intrigue in the simplicity. It's so sweet. As you find your ability to soften grows, noticing anywhere in the body that you're pressing away from yourself and the earth. And see if you can just soften that space, maybe in the palms, maybe in the base of the pelvis. And we'll take about 5 more breaths here. Letting out any sound. What else can you let go of today? Take 2 more big breaths together. Inhaling. Letting it go. One more breath here. Letting it all go. And bring the palms back under the shoulders, pressing into the palms, removing any props from underneath you. Tucking the right toes back and stepping back gently for your down dog. Go ahead if you'd like to lift that left leg high. Open up the hips to stack the pelvis. Once again, left knee bends. And then if it feels good, dropping that left foot to the earth. And then pressing the hips up towards the sky, finding that wild thing, stargazer. Yummy front body opening posture. Go ahead and take 2 more breaths here. Inhaling. Exhale, hips press even higher. 1 more breath. Exhaling fully. palm and foot come back to your down dog. And just slowly start walking the feet towards the top of the mat. You can walk the feet towards the outside of the palms. Big toes turn out slightly, just dropping the hips between the heels, finding our malasana. If your heels are lifted, sliding something under the heels, maybe sliding a block underneath the hips if that feels good. You just take about 5 breaths here. Palms can find the heart space. And no matter where you are, seeing if you can press into the back body. I like to think of this sort of big balloon or big beach ball in front of us. And rather than holding on to this balloon, we can let it go. Yeah, we can let go of that pressure by pressing into the back body, engaging the glutes, feeling the outside of the feet against the earth, making space for the heart in front of us. Just taking about 3 more breaths here. 2 more breaths. 1 more big breath. And just softly bringing the palms down, removing any props, just lowering your hips down onto the earth. You can just nice and simple, let yourself down. Yeah, simple is the name of the game today. So you can just let yourself down onto the back, drawing your knees into the chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. We'll make our way into a brief twist. You can extend the arms out towards the side or cactus, depending on your space. Just hopping the hips over to the left side, letting the knees fall to the right. Taking a few breaths here. Seeing if you can allow both shoulders to soften towards the earth. Allow the breath to pass through the body, releasing any resistance. Soft spine, soft belly, soft heart, soft palms. One more big breath. Drawing the knees back in towards the chest. Find that on the other side. So just hopping the hips over to the right, dropping the knees to the left. Once again, both shoulders, they don't have to reach down. Perhaps they can just fall down today. Releasing any excess pressure we're putting on ourselves, especially in these more passive shapes. Just taking a few more breaths here. And as you're ready, just drawing the knees back towards the chest, perhaps finding a happy baby, rocking side to side, any last shapes that your body is calling for. Will you gently make your way toward your final posture of Shavasana. And as you find this space of rest, just go ahead and take a nice deep breath. Let it out. This beautiful space that we have the ability to simplify for our own selves. Yeah, the most simple yet perhaps most challenging posture for many of us is this beautiful Shavasana, where we are asked to simply observe, releasing any engagement, any act of doing begins to fall away. And we simply are here. That space between the ears where the skull and the spine meet, heavy, soft, in the earth. The heart right in between the lungs, soft space, gently falling into the earth itself as the lungs gently support us. The space between the belly button and the spine, heavy, melting down into the earth. And every bone in the body is simply held in this space. Shavasana, witnessing the innate wisdom of our own system, letting go. And as always, you are welcome to stay in this space for as long as your body calls. If you're ready, just beginning to invite the breath back into the body, bringing the mind back from wherever it may have taken you. Allowing the container of the body to expand with a nice deep breath in and soften with the breath out. And drawing the fingertips to graze the tip of the thumb, wiggling in the toes, finding some movement in the ankles and the wrists, elbows and knees, and eventually softly curling over to one side. Pausing for a moment, allowing the bones to fall in this space. And from this space of soft letting go, just pressing into the earth and making your way to a closing seat. Eyes can stay soft or closed. Just drawing the palms into a space you can honor yourself, perhaps in prayer, perhaps stacked over the heart, or perhaps palms face up in the lap. You find this sweet space, this asana, this seat. Noticing how the body has shifted. The simplicity of simply being here right now. The simplicity of the breath, of the beating heart. And perhaps throughout our day today, we can find the simplicity within the wildness, one moment at a time. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through the mouth. If you'd like to join me for Om. Om. drawing the chin to the chest, honoring all that has come before us, all that is yet to come, and all that is with us in each and every moment. Thank you for a beautiful practice.